Now, House Chat with host Matt Hollander with answers and expert advice to your home improvement questions.
Welcome back to another edition of House Chat. Happy Valentine's Day. Today on House Chat we're going to talk about gardening, and we're going to start out talking about roses. Last week I had Tim Holcomb on from Holcomb Garden Center, and we had so much to cover I asked him to come back this week. And hopefully you husbands out there have got your roses ordered. We're going to talk about roses first. I got mine ordered actually a week ago. Hopefully my wife's not watching now, but she'll get them at work later. Tim, let's lead into roses. Tell us the different varieties, what those ladies can expect later today, and then we've had a lot of questions too this time of year about when to prune those, so share that with us.
Well, the roses that you're getting or have ordered are probably long stem cut roses, and that's what most people think of, and those are very popular, called hybrid teas. The newest category of roses are really popular, the shrub roses. They're very easy to take care of, and you know when you married her, you promised her a rose garden, and so this is the easy way to fulfill that. Pick a sunny spot in the yard, and they come in reds, pinks, whites, and yellows. The whole knockout family of roses, along with other competitors, and you start pruning those in March, feeding them in April, and you'll have blooms by Mother's Day right up through November.
So in the next 2-3 weeks we need to start pruning those, and I know we covered it last week, but they can go to your website and you're going to have a class about pruning as well.
We will have classes about rose care, rose selection, all the new varieties that are coming out. And pruning them, we recommend they wait till March on roses. And they'll have a rose that's 3, 4, 5 foot tall. They really need to prune it back to 18 to 24 inches.
Okay, now talk to us next about vegetable gardens. What time of year are we getting there? What do we need to do to prepare the soil and plan for our different variety of herbs and crops?
Well, the first thing we'd recommend is test the soil pH. Get the soil right as far as acidity and neutrality. That will make the plants grow better.
Now stop there. Do we bring that to you to test, or do you sell us a kit and we test it?
Well, we do have kits, we have meters, but if you'll bring a quart of moist soil, we'll test it for free.
Okay.
You can also send off to the state for $7, and they're more accurate than we are, but we'll get you where you need to be to have good results.
Sounds good. What else after we test the soil then?
Once you test the soil, as soon as it's dry enough, you want to till it up, loosen it up. There are many things you can plant early, like potatoes and onions and peas, and you can get those crops in and then have other crops later. Don't try to plant squash, peppers, and tomatoes until the freezes and frosts are over, which is usually mid-April.
Right, yeah. I know a couple of weeks ago there was a lot of discussion if that groundhog was right or not, so we don't really know yet. Next, talk to us about the lawn. We've got a couple minutes left, so tell us, we got to get rid of the weeds first, I assume, and then what?
There's a preventer you need to put down because a lot of crabgrass will be sprouting and summer weeds, and you put down that preventer along with the food this time of year to prevent those. Now, the only exception to that is if you need to sow seed. And look around your lawn. If there's bare spots or thin spots, sowing seed may be your #1 priority. And in those cases, use a starter fertilizer with no preventer because it'll prevent your grass seed from coming out.
Should you overseed it all in addition to that area, or just those areas that need it?
Just the areas that need it this time of year.
Okay.
The best time of year to sow fescue or cool season grasses is the fall. If you miss that opportunity, then this is your second best time. You need to get it done quickly.
Got you. Well, Tim, thanks a lot for coming in. I know the viewers may have additional questions, and we'll, I'm sure, have you back in the future. But in the meantime, if they need to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
Well, the easiest thing is our website, holcombgc.com, or they can go by Hickson or Fort Overthorpe. The phone numbers in Hickson are 423-877-8782, and in Fort Overthorpe, it's 706-861-4769.
Thanks for coming, Tim. And viewers, if you have other questions about remodeling, home improvement, your lawn, go to housechat.com. That's with 2 T's, or you can visit us at wdf.com or check us out on Facebook. We hope you have a great Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next Monday.